I know another girl came to my house, she's lives in Bellewstown, she's a nurse, and we were talking about stopping bleeding, and she said that she was in hospital having a baby, and she was hemorrhage and the doctors couldn't stop it, and her mother happened to come in and she knew about one of these boys, and she phoned them and stopped me. But you have to give, to them, you have to give your full name.
Can you explain that to me?
What do you mean?
What is it? What's happened there?
I don't know what happened. I reckon it
would have said some things that I probably would regret, and would have affected maybe the team morale or whatever. So yeah, if I was a journalist, I'd be clamouring to get to some. You'd probably identify some of the guys. And I suppose that's what people want to hear. If you're a paying supporter, you want to get the truth behind what's going on behind closed doors and stuff. So I can definitely see it from both sides. And yeah, the first 15 minutes, I suppose, is the best time to get somebody if you want the truth.
You'd have often done interviews in the ring.
Well, I agree with that. You know what was said there by Mark. You know, it's if you get a guy that's not winning, it all depends on the outcome.
Yeah.
But if you get to a guy 50 minutes after a bout or whatever, you get straight in. He is going to be emotional, and he'll tell you the truth, what happened or how he feels. But I don't think anything interviews before a fight is you know, I don't think you're going to get much out of a boxer or anything like that, you know, so there's no point really doing it. But
even for someone like you who'd have a reputation as being a pretty straight puncher, pardon the pun, like you would see a difference between the interview with Kenneth Egan before the fight and afterwards?
Well, yeah, there would be, definitely. I think the one before it would be, you know, just say yes and no answers, just to keep things simple. Well, after the fight, then you're going to get the emotions. You're going to, you know, it'll be more depth.
Note to self anyway for any future bookings.
I remember actually at the Beijing Olympics. Remember Darren Sutherland, God rest him, after his bronze medal fight. No, after his semi-final.
The Gale.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he came to talk to us in the sort of the mix zone afterwards, and like Darren was Darren, and he was bubbly and all of this, and he's bubbly at all times. And even after this fight where he hadn't got through to the final, he was there and he's going, "Hey, I've got my bronze medal, you know, the Olympics have been great." And 3 feet behind him was standing Billy Walsh, and he was seething. He was absolutely furious that Darren hadn't made it through to the final. And the happier that Darren was talking to us, the more you could see Billy's knuckles sort of clenching behind him. And he was raging. I remember it clear as day.
Well, the reason for that was because only 2 months previous, the 2 guys fought in the EU Championships, and Darren beat yeah, easy. He beat him handy. Yeah. So there was no reason for him to lose in the Olympic Games.
Yeah, but it was just
he was happy to get his bronze. Billy was seeing, yeah, right. He wanted him to get to the final and win the gold. Obviously, you know, it was good enough to do it.
But it was funny to kind of watch, because we were all kind of there. We had our dictaphones under Darren's mouth, but we were all kind of looking over his shoulder at Billy. Ready to get him.
53106 is our text number. Very astute commentary from Mark Rowan there. Rio Driscoll and Gatland, all those hours of hardship on the bike must have fine-tuned his observational skills, says Bruce in Waterford. Mark, your observational skills apparently are bang on, even though you're, by your own admission, you're not necessarily a rugby fan. You seem to have called that one pretty correctly. Lads, great win for the Lions, fantastic, but the difference was the scrum, not the back line. Struggled last week, dominated this week. Great day, says Alan in Dublin. Shane, Dublin 16, isn't as pleased about the whole thing, or certainly not as pleased with us. What a mealy-mouthed response to a great win by the Lions. You guys sound sick. Grow up. Try to respond like an adult. And for once, give credit to Gatland for brave and brilliant leadership and selections. Drops a green jersey. Biased outlook. Players picked for the Lions become Lions. Halfpenny was amazing. So was the new captain. But Gatland was the real hero. Shane, Dublin 16, the sunshine is in full force in Dublin 16 today.
Who's he giving out to them?
Somebody was mealy-mouthed about Gatland.
That must be you.
I would imagine it would be me. I'll certainly take the hit for the team there. Another text, delighted they won the series. Nice to see them giving the trophy to Paul O'Connell and Brian O'Driscoll at the end. Not sure O'Driscoll's omission contributed to the win, but great to see the Irish contribution amounting to the turning point in the second half. O'Brien, awesome. Sexton took the game in his hands and made the difference. Murray made an immediate impact, which he absolutely did. That's from a Munster man, but nonetheless gutted for our living legend Brian O'Driscoll. He does seem to be a person who, I have friends from south of Tipperary who will only watch Ireland because they have a concern about a Munster player getting injured. But if you push them, if they could have one Leinster player, it's always O'Driscoll.
Well, that's a big call on their part.
Well, these same
the greatest
people,
rugby
that is
player
their-
we've ever had, they would see their way clear to have them in
Those
the
same
team.
people, Malachy, that is a huge call.
Oh, for God's sake.
I thought Malachy Clerkin's column in the Irish Times yesterday was spot on. The lines are bizarre concept, love the madness and the arguments around the team selection, but I won't give it another thought from tomorrow on, so Seamus and Kildare.
Good man, Seamus.
I read Malachy's column with interest yesterday, but I totally disagree. I'm an Irish rugby fan, and thus I'm a Lions fan, says Paddy in Dublin 4. So just to give you the back of the hand there, Malachy, while we're complimenting you.
Good man, Paddy.
53106 if you want to get in contact with us here about anything or anything to chat. Kind of interested, we were at the Irish Open last week at Carton House. Rory McIlroy wasn't there, unfortunately. His 2013 record is 10 tournaments, 1 top 3 finish, 2 missed cuts, including that Irish Open at the weekend. He kind of cuts a figure to me that isn't especially engaged by the game as opposed to his game. If you get, there's obviously a kind of difference there, but he's a guy who was brilliant in the